What's up, people? Welcome to the Naked Ego podcast. My name is Kasanda Bill. I'm your host.
My name is Edgar Odhiambo, your co-host.
And this is What's Trending.
Yeah.
Jamlek.
Sema bro.
What's trending? What's
Kuna
trending?
mambo ya nani? Kuna mambo ya... What's this guy called? Yo, yeah. Kibaki.
Yeah.
My Kibaki passed on today.
The excellence.
Earlier today. Your
Yeah.
Excellency... Moi Emilio Kibaki.
Kibaki.
Yeah.
What memories do you have of him?
Mine are usually funny ones. Him and of him and his when Mama Lucy.
Mama Lucy.
Yeah, him and Mama Lucy. Man, I think, and of course, the best being when he went on camera to go and tell Kenyans that he has one wife. Like he had a whole presser. He had a whole presser to talk about him having one wife and one wife only.
And imagine that was the only agenda.
That was the only agenda for that press statement.
After that, people went home.
Go home, go do a thing, you know. What's other thing I remember about him? I mean, the way when he used to make speeches, there are times when he'd go off script and he'd just be like making commentary about random things and just the way he'd be like, Mafia kuku wewe, you know, stuff like that, man. So he really humorized a lot of his speeches with that kind of loose talk.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, beneath that, he was actually a really serious guy, to be honest. He was a really serious guy, yeah. I mean, he served all the way back in the day. He was a vice president, I believe.
Was he? Not informed.
Yeah, he was a former vice president. Back in the day for Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a former vice president of this country.
Wow.
After Kina Jaramogi, he fell somewhere.
He was Moi's vice president.
Moi. Yes, he was Moi's vice president.
Oh,
yes. He was Moi's VP at some point.
Yeah. That's Eddie behind the camera informing us. What I remember...
What do you remember about him?
Was he the cause behind Thika Road?
Yes,
I think that is the one major thing that I can remember about him.
Yeah.
Because I remember at the during that time, my sister was staying at Muthaiga.
Okay.
So I remember Thika Road used to have heavy traffic.
Very chaotic.
Heavy traffic.
Yeah.
So I remember during that season, that's when they started digging up. And
yes.
I watched the whole process, the whole Thika Road come to life.
How long did it take to finish Thika Road?
I don't remember.
I never counted, but
I don't
I just remember the days driving to USIU, to Roysambu,
yeah.
to visit my cousin and his friends,
Yes.
who are now my friends.
Yeah.
Back those days, man, Thika Road was madness.
Yeah,
when they were
yes,
constructing,
it
Thika Road was madness.
It was crazy.
There used to be
It
random
was
accidents because
crazy.
of places they've excavated and stuff like that.
And then I think for me, I did a bit of stage play after high school. So I remember we using his accent to do the plays a lot.
Yeah.
His accent was very...
Even in my friendships, there's been times when, you know, Kibaki made this speech and we'd imitate him in school.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
like, hey, did you hear what Kibaki said yesterday? And then we'd imitate him a bit, you know. So it was, I mean, he was undoubtedly, to me, he was the best guy we ever had for our president. With what we had before him and who we have now.
Yeah.
What he's done, you know, there's times when Uhuru has gone on air saying that he's the best president Kenya's ever had so far. Yeah. And I'm just like, no, it's actually Kibaki. Kibaki is the best guy we've ever had.
Yes, and I also think Uhuru should not be the one proclaiming and saying that he's the best president. Other people should be saying that. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because he did a thing 2 days ago. He was in Mombasa and he was talking to teachers. And in his speech, in verbatim, what I remember him saying was that he said that he has brought a lot of change, positive change. He had made about positive moves that the teachers are now benefiting from. One being they now have insurance, health insurance. Number two being they got salary raises. Number three being they've employed more teachers than what the other he's employed more teachers basically, so he's created more employment.
More employment opportunities.
And then he went ahead to say that you can feel free to basically heckle or hate on the previous presidencies, but with me, I brought this change, so you need to clap for me. And you know that thing where he says, ama namna gani wenzangu. You know, you guys need to clap for me. So I guess people were forcefully,
I get it.
told to go and clap, and they clapped. But I mean, how do you want to be First of all, the fact that you're forcing guys to clap for you, or you're nudging people to clap for you, that just shows that you know that people are not happy with you.
Did it happen in the recent past?
This is 2 days ago.
Okay, that
this is just 2 days ago.
That's campaign. That's campaign.
This 2 days ago, and he just went on to say that we need to get into a setup where leadership is about problem solving. And I'm like, okay, but you've created more problems in our country than solutions, so I don't get it.
We've suffered.
And we're here for problem solvers, not people who just want to hate on systems.
It's very difficult to understand a politician. So actually,
it is.
A politician can send you into depression without actually just knowing.
Or you just go on social media or even in your offices just angry because so and so said something in a presser. Anyway, we move.
Yeah, moving on swiftly. What's trending next? You're talking about...
Yeah, so we were talking off camera. I didn't even know this until you mentioned it to me, where you said that the 12 men who died by suicide.
Yes.
And in the last 2 days, this is yesterday, Thursday, and on Wednesday. Between those 2 days, 12 gentlemen have died by suicide. And so you told me it was on the Star.
Yeah.
I quickly just went and just bought the paper, the digital paper.
Yeah.
And just a bit of what these guys are saying. And I quote, 5 suicides were reported on Wednesday, 7 on Tuesday. So it's actually Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah. So to tallying in 12 in 2 days. Yeah. They are the latest in a horrific trend blamed on mental distress caused by COVID-19 effects, hard economic times, and family problems. All the victims were male and died by hanging.
Wow.
Police sources said since January 23rd. Since January, 23 suicides had been recorded, not counting the 12, but said there had been an official there had not been any official complaint yet. The general areas, Jesonso, Ramasha in Kisii, Madhira in Nyeri, Ndanai, Sotik in Bomet, Kenol in Muranga. Yeah, so amongst other areas, there's a 39-year-old, there's a 50-year-old, there's a 27-year-old, there's a 45-year-old, there's a 24-year-old, there's a 60-year-old.
What's
happening? Then now they just went on into like stats and stuff. I mean, that's a scary thing to know, Mo. Yeah. That's a very scary thing to know. So you see, it's not just young guys.
No.
It's men across the spectrum, of all ages. I mean, as you said, 39, 27, 45, 50, 60.
Tough times, right?
Tough times, bro. And we keep talking about it. I mean, we just keep mentioning how, manze ni kugumu, lakini tunakazana tu.
Yes.
But there are guys who, they get to the point where kukazana tu is not, they can't do it.
But it's very interesting. Like, I'm really curious to know what the underlying factor is. Just to have
what they've cited in the paper is just, COVID-19, hard economic times, family problems. Of course, for each person who has died by suicide, isolatedly would like to know what their situations were, but we'll definitely have a commonality in all of them, which is, to me, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
I think it, even if we get to know the different underlying problems from each person, I think it boils down to, it gets to a point where you want a solution that either it's not accessible or within reach,
Yeah, because a lot of times you find there'll probably be commentary about they should have reached out.
Yes.
They were probably cowards for doing what they did. It's not only them who are going through a hard time. Everyone is going through a hard time. And the many other generic sort of comments and responses that people give. But again, if we're to talk about hard economic times, bro, hard economic times are there. Like we had a meeting with the family today.
Yeah.
To discuss a financial situation, and it's because it's quite bad, and we have to part with an asset.
Yeah.
The money that probably would get from that asset is not much.
Yeah.
It can only probably get us to, and we're just 3 in the household.
Yeah.
So we had to discuss any debts that anyone has and how much those debts cost.
Yeah.
And then all our then any capital expenditure. It's like something that we need to buy for whatever reason. And then our recurrent expenditures. And if let's say we pay off the debts as they are, and we buy the things that we need to buy, and then we have our recurrent expenditure, the cash can probably just take us 3 months. So you sit and you ask yourself, like, my guy, and then work is not coming the way we would like it to come. Meaning pay. The income you're going to get is not coming the way you'd like it to come.
The way you would like it to.
Like, so it's an
interesting. You've mentioned about you guys having a sit down with family. For me, I got a call from Mzee. He needs a certain amount of money on 28th. He even reminded me in the morning.
You have 6 days, bro.
I have 6
you have
days.
6 days.
Yeah, I have 6 days. It's
is
tough times.
Is it a big chunk of money?
Not that big. It's manageable.
It's manageable. But for your situation now, where you are also about to, you're adding another individual to your household.
Yes, it's not just another individual. It's now me building and taking care of my family. Now it's not just me. It's me, my baby girl / baby boy.
Who's on the way?
Yes, I really don't know. And then my girlfriend, my partner.
Yeah.
So
your sis?
Yeah, and I have my small sister. Yeah, I forgot it.
Yeah, your sis. Remember we talked about
I have our last born, Judy.
Yeah.
So yes.
You take care of your last born?
Yeah, she just came in.
At home, huh?
Yes.
The mom pulled a move.
She's my mom
like,
I've
sent Judy to your house.
Yes.
And you're going to take care of her until she gets her own job.
Until she gets a job.
Thanks.
Yes.
Regards management.
Yes. And also now she did it's called business management, finance. So for those people who work in the banking industry, if you have an opportunity, please reach out, man.
Reach out so that you can help someone.
Save a brother. Help a brother. Yeah, but back to the topic about
tough times.
Tough times. And tough times are never common. Like, my tough time will never be your tough time. It will never be Eddie's tough time. It will never be Fred's tough time. Like, tough time hits differently.
It does.
So you can't sit down and say, okay, that was a situation that could have been solved. To you as an outsider, okay, it could have been solved. But to him, that person who took his life, he didn't have a solution, and he couldn't see it the way you see it. It's so easy, and also for people, it's so easy to look at something from the outside and come up with solutions immediately.
Always.
There is a term for that. There is a term for that.
We're very quick to give comments and you should have done this, should have done that. Like even with road accidents.
Yes.
But Bill should have just turned the car left, you should have braked.
Like,
look at this video, they could have...
There's an English term. I know
the English word for kiherehere.
There is an English... No, there's a term for... It's easy... the term explains it's much easier for you to look at somebody's problem and come up with solutions as opposed to doing the same with yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're very quick to do it for others, but for
other
ourselves,
people, yes, for ourselves,
we hardly do.
We struggle. We can't.
Hardly do.
And also we are worst. Observers of ourselves.
Yes.
So as much as you can sit down and come up with a solution for me, you might struggle twice as hard or even 3 times as hard to come up with a solution for yourself.
I go through that a lot.
Yes. So
I go through that. I can confess. I go through that a lot.
Yeah, for me, may their souls rest in peace.
Yeah.
I know it's a big hit for the families and people they've left behind.
Yeah, man.
People they have connections with or to. So I just hope that whatever we're trying to do here may at least encourage people to keep fighting and keep working.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Tough times, but hey. And that thing, 40... tough times never last. Tough people do. Nah. Time out.
Yes, and those are the textbooks quotes. Or
Yeah.
You can't use the same cover on different books.
No way.
It doesn't fit.
What else is trending?
Oh, talking about Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp and she's called Amber.
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
Is it Amber Heard, right?
Yeah.
Amber Heard.
Actually, a friend of mine shared a YouTube link of what was happening. Like, have you heard about what's happening with Johnny Depp? And so I didn't know. Most of the times, 99% of the time, I'm always clueless of what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm always clueless because I'm always in my own cocoon.
Yeah.
Yes. From me, work, home, my people, gym, like it's, yeah.
But sometimes I wish that was the life I also lived. I live because, man, keeping up with all it's hard.
Yeah, it's like...
it takes a lot away from you.
Yes, like I'm at a point I'm even struggling to be on social media.
You and me both.
Yeah, I'm struggling to be on social media. And also, for me, this moment, this season, I'm expecting a baby. It's very sacred and very special to me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it tight. I'm trying to keep the circle tight. So I'm trying to... I really don't know. We haven't talked about how public or how... But we should go about the baby and the pregnancy thing. But for now, we've decided to just keep it within ourselves.
Okay.
Because also we have our own challenges.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to really work on ourselves.
Yeah.
And we don't want to allow people to come in and just delude how we think or how we are going through the process.
So what do you think about Johnny and Amber?
Apparently, it's Amber who has been assaulting Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Amber. In this case, it's apparent that Amber is the aggressor. Has been the aggressor in their past relationship, and they're now in court. You know, trying to. I don't exactly know what the suit is about. I don't know if it's suing Johnny for whatever I don't know what she thinks he's done.
Yeah.
It's not to say that Johnny maybe has not played any part, because there's a lot of things in this. There is her being an aggressor, but there's also substance abuse, alcohol and drugs, admittedly so. There's also a story about where Amber claims that she was hit physically by Johnny. But it's looking that it's not him who hit her. I think for the other way around.
I watched the clip for like 12 minutes.
Okay.
Within the 12 minutes, there was a short clip that was cut.
Yeah.
It was actually the audio recordings that I don't know who recorded of the two of them having a conversation. And the way I heard Amber just being aggressive in that conversation suggests some sense of toxicity existing in there big time.
Yeah,
like
the relationship generally was very toxic.
Yeah.
I think there's something to do with Johnny not being able to leave when he wanted to leave. Because there's a lot that happened in that relationship that it was not as straightforward as, okay, you're not happy, leave. There's so much in it that kept them there before it exploded now after.
Another thing, when two people, whoever, either we call them victims, but they're not necessarily victim. There's the victim and then the toxic person. So the longer you stay in that relationship, it also takes away from you.
Yes.
So if I walked into that relationship very self-aware person, very confident, comfortable about myself and what I'm doing, the longer I stay in there, the longer it takes away from me.
True.
So I won't be as confident, as comfortable with myself the way I was when I walked
When
into
you
that
walked into that.
relationship. So you can't look at Johnny Depp and say, Johnny Depp, you're such a big thing. Why don't you just walk away? There's so many women. Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
But he faced a lot. I mean, for example, we knew him for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Amazing movie series. But as soon as that story came out, because most times in society, whenever there's an issue to do with GBV,
yes,
it's most times assumed
most
that
times, yes.
men
being the
are the aggressors.
Yes.
There's a lot of truth in that.
Yeah.
However, now I see, like in this case, before it was evidently known that it was Amber that was the aggressor, Johnny Depp was cancelled.
Yeah.
He was cancelled. Big companies and corporations stopped working with him or cancelled like any future dealings that they had with him and contracts and stuff like that. They were kicked to cancel. And I feel like sometimes cancel culture, I'm not for cancel culture per se, for the way it's done.
Yeah.
People are very quick to cancel without knowing facts. It's just a thing that they do right there and then, it's like, we cancel. So you want to be known to be the person who cancelled them first.
Yeah.
Netflix cancels Bill Kasanda.
Yes.
But they don't even, Netflix didn't come and talk to you.
Yeah.
Netflix hasn't found out what Bill exactly did to know if it was true or false to then say, this guy is guilty. Now we cancel.
So the cancelling culture is happening because they want credit unto themselves by cancelling.
Yeah. Because you see, when a big corporation, I guess, is known to have cancelled a certain individual or a certain group of people,
the society cheers.
Society cheers them on, and you'll find other. It is also, I think, it's also a marketing strategy.
Yeah, it is a marketing strategy.
Marketing and stuff. So I don't know, but I think that's it for.
I just pray and hope he pulls through.
I hope so too, man. I hope so. I hope you can come out of it.
Drains you. They take away from you, man.
Yeah.
I've been in a toxic relationship, and oh my, I walked out of that relationship naked.
I can imagine.
Yes.
I've been there as well.
Yeah.
Been there.
So we wish him well.
Wish him well indeed.
Yes.
So
that's it.
That's it, bro.
As usual, this is a platform where men and women are willing to strip down their ego and be authentic and vulnerable while they share their stories. This is the Naked Ego Podcast. What's trending?